are at Shelters by Jesus podcast, and we are so excited that you're with us, you're watching, you're listening, you're hitting subscribe, you're hitting like, you're sharing with your friends, because that brings money in. And if you want to help get people off the street, you go to sheltersbyjesus.com. If you'd like to give, it's $9. We'll get somebody off the street. We also have 4 books out written by the dumb hick from Skowhegan, me. And they have 2 prices. $10 are free. And you put your name and address right there. And tell if you want books 1, 2, 3, or 4, all of them. We'll mail them right out to you. You also can call the office at 207-474-8833 and give them your name and address there. And they'll ship it. But the other thing you can do is get a tour. When you call that number, say, I'd like a tour. And you'll meet the residents. You'll see everything we have. And we're just excited about you being a part of this. So now, on to the podcast. All right, here we are. We're at North Monmouth Community Church in North Monmouth, Maine, and we are excited. I just got out speaking to the church, but we have a couple been on podcasts in the past when they're at the shelter, but they're no longer at the shelter. They have their own place, and I want them to be able to tell you about it. You can see that we're just a bridge, and some great things are happening. If you invest $9, this is the kinds of things going to happen for your $9. And so back when I did them before, we had 2 Kates on. We got one of these called Kate 1 and Kate 2. But we don't have Kate 2 now with us, just Kate 1.
That's true.
So anyway, Kate, Caitlin, you want to share what's happened since you left the shelter? And well, first of all, what did it mean to be at the shelter, and what's it like now you've left the shelter?
So much has changed from being at the shelter. I know last time we had spoke, I had gotten myself a nice red GMC 2008 Acadia.
Yep.
No longer have that.
Okay, it's not such a nice red Acadia no more.
It is not. The engine decided to go bad on us. So we actually just traded that in for a 2014 Grand Caravan, which is way better, way more spacious, way more reliable.
Okay, well, you got a pretty good brood here.
You know, I try to keep the good side of things. Yeah. I mean, as hard as it was getting rid of a car that we loved a lot, it was better getting something bigger.
Yep.
So that's kind of the only thing that's changed a whole lot. We're still in our 3.5 bedroom home, and we're loving it.
Good.
Cody works at Sam's now. Things are, they're moving along.
Good. Great. That's great. So, all right. So we got all kinds of stuff going on camera here. As you can see, they got little ones that run all over.
Everywhere and anywhere.
So the place you're at, is it comfortable?
It's very comfortable. So we're on the end cap of the apartment complex. So it's the bigger apartments of all of them. Very window spacious. So I have windows in every single room.
Well, that's awesome.
So I love it only because I love having light. So being able to open my curtains and, just have the light shining in all day, it's home.
Good.
Hi. My little ones just upgraded to twin-size beds, and they're loving the fact that they have all the space, so they can just run about from upstairs to downstairs, back to downstairs, back to upstairs.
That's cool.
They're all over the place.
Now, when you're at the shelter, you were all in one room.
We were all in one very tiny room, about the size of my daughter's bedroom.
Yes. So what was that like?
Very frustrating. Very draining. Having to physically give yourself to everybody in the room at the same time and not being able to have a second for yourself.
Yep.
It's very, very draining, very time-consuming, very depressing. I loved the love that I got at the shelter, but at the same time, I love having my own space.
Well, of course.
My privacy's back. I can, go downstairs and not have to worry about saying hi to other people. Don't get me wrong, I love people. I'm a big people person, but having my own place, it's where it's at.
Hey, everybody wants their own place, and I praise God for that. So, but how was the shelter decent help to you and your family?
The shelter was ungodly amazing. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been out of the shelter. The driver there, Dave, he was a godsend. He took me to get my first car, and even though I don't have that car anymore, it still was, what got us from being in the shelter to being in a home.
Yep.
So, without you guys, we would have been probably still on the streets. You guys showed us love. You opened the doors. You gave us food. You gave us warmth in the coldest months of Maine. And, now because of you guys, we're in a great place.
I'm so happy for you guys. Now, you're in the country, right?
Yes, so we're over in Dixfield, outside of Rumford in Mexico.
Okay, if anybody don't know where Dixfield is, it's not. It's
It's
like
in the middle of nowhere.
if you're like the end of a pin on the map, that's about Dixfield. It's pretty tiny.
It is. It's a very, very tiny town. We're very kept to ourselves. It's literally just 2 roads.
So if you said you lived in downtown Dixfield, you'd still be in the country, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
But you're not even downtown Dixfield. You are
If the wind blows,
countryside Dixfield.
if the wind blows the right way, you might see a cow.
I gotcha. Cody, what's it like for you being at your own place now?
It's very good. I'm not much of a people person, unlike my wife. I like to stay within just my family.
Yep.
Speaking of
Being in Dixfield, we do have neighbors.
Hang on, I'm just going to put this on so they can hear you. Go ahead.
Being in Dixfield, we do have neighbors, but they all keep to themselves much like we do. We have quite a bit of space being on the end. We have a lot of space for our vehicle so we can get our kids in and out. We do drive a van, and it's great. My work is 4 minutes down the road, and it's just a straight shot. I pull out, go left.
And you work for?
Sam's Italian Foods. It's all over Maine.
Okay.
We are the farthest store out from their main office, which is in Lewiston,
Okay.
which I've worked
no.
at the original location in downtown Main Street.
No.
I've been at every single Sam's location, but it's nice being back. It hasn't changed a whole lot from when I was gone.
Now, your parents go here to North Monmouth Community Church, correct? Those are your parents.
Yes, my dad's a deacon.
Yes. And I remember we got a call from North Monmouth about you guys when you need a place. And this church has been supportive of you, too.
Oh, absolutely. Between the 2 churches, this is just our second home.
There you go.
I actually, I have a set of customers that are regulars. They come in.
Oh, goodness.
They come in every night, and I don't know their names. They're not very. They don't share that, but I told them that I had Sunday off because they asked if they were going to see me tomorrow, which was happened to be a Sunday. I said, nope, Sunday's church day. We view on a podcast. We watch North Monmouth Community Church, and then I told him a little bit about us, how we were homeless up in Scout. He said, "Yep, I stayed there for a while, Pastor Barry. He knew who you were. He knew Seth, but he had an accident recently. He's in a sling, and his wife is sick. She wears a mask quite often. I don't know the names. I see them at Walmart, but they're very pleasant people. So,
Awesome.
So you have a couple more of us up there.
Yeah.
I think they live in Farmington.
Yep. Well, you guys are spread. We got people that are connected with us all over the place now, and it's going more and more and more and more. It's nice going to these encampments and not seeing a bunch of children. I guess DHS took them, so that's not the good stuff. But I couldn't see kids living in an encampment. I'm glad you guys didn't end up on the street.
Go sit.
Praise God for that.
We've had a lot of help with Preble.
That's so much help.
With Preble Street, who helped us get into our home. We're now working with another VA company. Just yesterday, before I had to go into work, we worked with a company called Elks Club, and they work alongside of veterans who need help. They were able to get our family all of their winter clothes, so the jackets that we have on now.
Some nice coats.
Yes, thanks
so
to Elks Club.
So all paid by the Elks Club. All the hats they're wearing, they're very nice boots that we have on.
Wow.
His Ewok that he's wearing.
You got people standing with you.
Absolutely. God's blessing us all the way around.
Oh man, that is, I'm so happy for you guys.
We're getting in with them for Santa's Little Helper.
So they're helping us with Christmas.
All right.
We're getting emailed paperwork so that they can fix our dryer, all for free.
Wendy, no.
I think it's exciting that you guys have help outside.
Absolutely. That help doesn't stop. It just keeps coming. As long as you keep relying on God, it just keeps coming. He shows up.
He does show up, doesn't he?
All the time.
Good girl.
So, Cody, what's the difference between being at the shelter and at your own home?
Less people. a lot less people. And it's not that the people
Macedon.
at the shelter were bad. A lot of them were really good people. Some of them kept to themselves, which, that's your own accord. So you don't have to be very people-y. A lot more free time. We spent a lot of our time down in the food pantry helping out.
Right.
That's where we spend most of our time.
That's a busy place, that food pantry.
Oh, it sure is.
Oh, my.
Hey. And I don't think people realize that, you say like $10 a day can help or whatever, but it really does.
It
'Cause
really
that
does
food
help.
pantry gets so full, we would spend up to like 11 o'clock after getting down there at like 9.
Yep.
We'd be down there all day helping out. And
it's awesome to see these people coming in and getting the help.
I'm going to pass that.
All right,
So
what-
I can go discipline my children.
I'll go discipline your children. We're gonna close up anyway, but I want to thank you and Kate for taking time to do this with us,
absolutely.
to share. And you guys were an awesome family being there. You missed, but we like the misses when we miss you because you got your own place. Those are good
I
misses.
miss getting out there. I miss seeing Shay. I miss all my friends. But
Well, you're not forgotten, Katie. I tell you, we all loved y'all.
I'm sure we'll be up for a Saturday service.
All right. So Saturday nights we're there at 5:30. You're welcome back anytime. I know it's a ways from Dixfield, but we love seeing you. So anyway, we're going to end our podcast on here. I hope you enjoyed watching the family. It's a little chaotic, but if you got little kids, it's chaotic. But praise God, these little kids have a home. And a lot of that's because you came across the $9 to make that bridge at Shelters by Jesus. So thank you for watching. Until the next podcast, y'all. Come back now. Here.